Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be doing a quick overview and review of Age of Wonder Planetfall. So this is a game where it's kind of a
site collection, point salad,
resource management. So what you're going to be doing is played over 7 rounds. You will be exploring those planets each round, and the way you're exploring the planets is there'll be a certain amount of cards out based on the number of players. For a 2-player game, you'll have 4, 3, and 2. Level 1, level 2, and level 3. And why that matters, on each card on the left, there's a level 1, 2, and 3, both cost and on these cards, the unit cards where you're battling them, a certain amount of experience you must have to be able to defeat it. Otherwise, you have to pay additional strength above and beyond the initial cost, which is right there under the fire. So the 4 different cards you can discover on the planet are landmark cards with the blue, and these are basically you pay the cost in energy, which is on your player board, to get the rewards on the left on the bottom. And then if you have another one with the same symbol and you put it above it, look, you could see I have pairs we fighting. Here's a pair. So the left, I received the reward on the left, which is points immediately. Then after I got the second card, I got both the one on the right, the reward on the right on both cards. So the second one I got 6 points plus 2 plus another 2. I got 10 points for collecting that second one. So that was a good score. So that's one thing you're trying to do. There's also in-game points for each set you have of all 4 different kinds of cards. There's technology cards, which have the purple. Those are in-game. A lot of them are in-game points. I think all of them are in-game points, aren't they? And then the pickup cards, those are instant, easy. A lot of them give you experience.
No, all of them are in.
Okay.
Some are technology where it reduces that.
Oh, okay. So they're ongoing or in-game, it seems like the technology. The pickup cards, your reward is on the bottom. Again, a lot of different experience is what you gain on those a lot. And you just pay in energy. So your energy is shown here on your player board, your strength, and then your experience. The experience allows you to battle units. I made the mistake of not gaining my experience. So after the 3rd round, where I was unable to battle any units that didn't have enough strength, because you have to pay 1 additional strength for each unit you are short in experience, or each experience you're short based on what they have on the unit card to defeat it. So I was not able to battle anymore. So I was doing landmarks, batching those up, and the technologies, a few of the in-game ones and the pickup ones. But there's several different strategies you could go on this. And these are the round 7 cards. They're the most difficult. You start with 1, and you could see they all have a different back. So at the end of the round, let me tell you how you play, how the play goes. First is income. So first round, you wouldn't be doing that because you wouldn't have any income. But after that, you will get energy based on if you have some of those pickup cards. Some of them are ongoing. If they have these 2 little batteries, you can just turn them upside down. And that's the amount you collect during the income phase. So I was collecting 10 at one point. So those can just build on top of each other. You do want to keep energy because that's the easiest thing. That's what all the cards except for the units take in cost. So you can get a lot of cards if you have a lot of energy. The strength and experience are needed for the units. So then you do the income phase, then exploration part 1. That's where you take turns in turn order. The person that has the farthest left card on the top row that claims that one will get to go to the top slot and there. So first player would pick any card that they want, but you have to be able to pay the cost. So say they wanted this pickup card. This one went for this one. You resolve the cards from left to right, top to bottom. So this one would go back to slot 1. They would need to pay, since it's a level 1, 8 energy, and they would immediately get to move their board up 1 experience. And then they would put that card in their player area. That one does not have a residual one. I was keeping my different types of cards together because that makes it easier at the end of the game when you're counting how many sets of all 4 you have. So that's that you can get in-game points. Then you go to the second exploration. So people have taken their cards. Now you're going to go in turn order again. They'll pick another card, and then you just do the same thing. So as you get your card, pay the cost, put your ship in turn order. And then migration is where you take all these cards, put them back in the box. And if it's not the 7th round, you would go to the next round, pulling that deck of planet cards, and you just go from there. So each player, there's an A and B on these player boards. We did do side A, and you're just going to pick a ship. You could pick the one that matches or pick a color that you want. It doesn't really matter. And your cubes, you're going to start with that. You're going to be tracing your points on the outside of your player board.
Each character does have an asymmetric player ability.
Side B is a lot more powerful, I would say, than more OP than side A. He thought my side B was way too OP. And I played Burhane Katla. He's Amazon. I was able to process any card at level 3. So that was kind of cool. So it didn't matter where I picked. Because the level 3, they're usually cost less if you pick one on level 3. And that's probably because you're doing less turn order. You would be near the last. So I'm guessing that's why, but that kind of counters that.
Mine is each time you claim a technology card, gain 2 energy.
Yeah. So my side B was you begin the game with the highest possible strength.
Yeah.
That would be a great one.
My side B, and there's several of these, and then there's also several of these end game scoring things.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell them about that.
During the setup, take the restrain token. During each income phase, you may place it on any card of the current planet. The other players cannot claim it. Your ship is always the last one in the return order track. So very beneficial.
And I didn't talk about this. This is the goal card. Like you said, you choose one at the beginning of the game. There's 3 objectives that you can gain more points if you meet any of those. So pretty straightforward mechanics, very easy to learn, very easy to teach. 7 rounds, it didn't overstay its welcome.
No.
So it felt like about the right amount of time. In fact, you kind of wish for a couple more rounds because there was things I wanted to do that if I just had a couple more rounds.
I beat.
If I had a couple more rounds, it would have been better. So what did you think about this game?
I really like the components aspect of the game. I like the asymmetric ability. The cards are easy to read. The font's easy to read. Iconography easy to understand. So I really like the component aspect of it. Replayability. It's a mild replayability because it does feel a little repetitive over time. And although you have several options, you're only pretty much limited to 4 different cards that you're able to do. And a lot of times the game plays itself because you have to pick a certain card to advance, like the experience you have to get to be able to battle. And then sometimes you have to battle because that's the only thing you have because you don't have enough energy. So at times, I felt like the game was playing itself. So that limited the replayability. Setup time to probably like 3 minutes or less. It's quick setup time. So, and the rule book was really good. So I would give also that plus. Mechanics, I do like the mechanics, but I do feel like I said, it was kind of limited to just, sometimes playing itself. There are a lot of options. I do like the ability to attack some of the characters and obtain those. And then also for me, at the end of the game, those benefited me the most because it also gave me end-game points for how many characters I beat. So it's a very point-solid type of game. And so in set collection, those type of games we really enjoy. But I'm giving it a 7 simply because it did feel repetitive and it did play itself at times. I kind of wish it was more strategic and there was more options. I think that this warrants more of expansion that gives it more depth and more strategy. And I think that would also eliminate some of the just game where it stagnates and has issues with. So 7 out of 10 for me. What do you think?
I agree with a lot of that. I think each planet deck should probably have more cards just to give it more replayability. Because you could see you're putting out quite a few cards, so it's going to be repetitive on what you get after you've played a few rounds. We have some, obviously, in our tableaus, but not that many for each. You're only getting 4 per. So there was only 4 more than this amount for the first planet. So
and that's 2 each.
Yeah, so you could see there's those that would get kind of repetitive after a few plays. So I do think an expansion would be a great idea for this game, just to give more cards for the planets, and maybe, like he said, some way to, I don't know, make it a little bit more exciting, and not maybe where you can mitigate things more, rather than, like he said, at the last 4 rounds, the game's kind of playing itself because you really don't have much of a choice. Like there was one round I only had one choice. Like,
Yeah,
it was very,
I had that.
so that does happen. So yeah, I would suggest them doing something in an expansion to kind of balance that out. But again, we did have fun playing it. It is a good game. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just,
Yeah, the rule book's really good.
I could just see after playing this a few times, you would want more, probably, or we would want more. But yeah, it is a great game. I would also give it a 7, mainly for that reason, because I know that we might play this one more time. But other than that, it would probably be a while before we played it, if that was just the Wii games. but
we might hold it, so we might keep it until they come out with expansion, because it is a well-crafted game, and the game does flow smoothly, and it's the perfect. It didn't overstay its welcome. There's a lot of games right now that way overstay their welcome. So they did fine-tune that aspect of the game where it just ends at the perfect time.
Yeah, so hopefully this helped you decide whether this is a game you want in your collection. We did enjoy playing it. It's just, like you said, we'll probably, a lot of games that we think are okay and be awesome with the right expansion, we do hold them and to see if they come out with an expansion, and then it's kind of cool. So that's what we're going to do. So we obviously like it enough to keep it. But so hopefully this helped you to decide. I know everyone has different tastes, so hopefully we explained it enough, and the things that we like and don't like. Feel free to leave a comment if you've played this game, your thoughts on it, or games that are similar that you might want everyone to take a look at. We hope you're already subscribed. If not, please subscribe to our channel and help support our channel as it grows. We do appreciate everyone that's already subscribed. Thank you so much. Again, thanks for watching. We will put the link in the description if you want to check this game out for yourself. And we look forward to seeing you next time.